Emily Hastings here. Thank you so much for joining me here on YouTube. If you don't know me, I'm a guitarist and songwriter, and I'm really happy to be here today with you guys. So I've been promising a lot of you guys who follow me on Facebook and Instagram an FAQ, and I'm about 2 or 3 months late. So here it is, and without any further ado, I'm going to start on it. But first I want to thank you guys for all the comments and feedback that you gave to me. I really appreciate it, and you were overly generous. So I might have to split this video into two videos, actually, because there's so many questions. So let's start. Geoff Hood. Hi Emily. Have you got any plans to perform with your sisters again? Yes, I do. It's just a matter of timing for us because we're living in different places. Some are living over here, over here, over here. So we're like all scattered about. And yeah, we have talked about a collaboration. I don't know if it will happen, but I'm hoping that it will in the future. First of all, thank you for thinking of me and thinking that I was going to show up playing with Steve Vai. No, I wasn't. They didn't contact me. If they had, I'd be like, yes. But yeah, I didn't even know about it. So thank you for your beautiful comment. Ronald, I cannot pronounce your last name. Ronald H. What is your goal in your music career? Well, like any musician, my goal is to make a living with music where I can give back to my fans and my audience. You guys truly make this happen. If it wasn't for you guys, this wouldn't be happening. So thanks for being here and watching this video right now. But my goal is to stay true to my roots, which are rock and roll and blues and metal. I really like all of those, and so I'm a weird combination of them all because they all had a part of forming the guitarist that I am today, and the person, because music deeply has influenced my life. So yeah, that's my goal, just to keep good music alive. My question is, why do you prefer a Gibson Les Paul versus a Fender guitar? Well, honestly, it's just a personal preference. They're all great guitars. Fender, Gibson, they're just amazing guitars. So the type of guitar that I use on my videos, as you have seen, I use several different guitars. I use a Jackson. It's an amazing guitar. Yeah, my Wild Audio, amazing guitar. I love this guitar. So it depends on the feel of the song. What type of music is it? Is it a rock song? Is it a folk song? The Country Roads video that I just did, the Fender sounded the best for the feeling I was trying to get across. It was very soft, and Country Roads, the Fender brought that country twang. I can't talk today, and I really like that. So yeah, it's personal style and personal preference. Melnair, love what you're doing, but can you play another surf song? Yes, I can. Just make sure to message me and let me know what kind of surf song you would like. I have a really long list of covers that I intend to do. It's huge now. The list is like more than 200 songs, so it's ever growing. George T. King Jr. What is your guitar practice routine? That's a great question. And my guitar practice routine, I have like a goal guitar practice routine, and I'll start with that. So right now I'm living up to the goal that I set for myself, practicing in the morning and practicing in the evening. The morning is more like, let's get down to business, let's practice scales with the metronome, let's practice my timing with the metronome. Like, you know, we all have problem areas. Everybody, all guitarists, even great ones, we all have problem areas. So I try to work on those things in the morning, and then later on in the evening I will play for fun, and I also would try to compose. So yeah, that's my routine. Larry Dupuy, I'm sorry, so sorry if I said your name wrong. Yeah, It's hard to pronounce names sometimes. What pickups do you use in your Les Paul? I use zebra humbucking pickups. David Gonzalez. My first question is, what guitar do you prefer? I have a soft spot for Gibson guitars, as you know. My beautiful Gibson over there is a Gibson Custom. My second question is, what is the technique that cost you the most to learn? Probably sweep picking, because it took so much time and I still feel like it's not that good, but yeah, just gotta keep plugging away. My third question is, how long did it take you to be at the level that you are as a guitarist? Well, thank you so much, but I don't feel like I'm at the level that I want to be yet. I mean, I know I'm not. Like, there's really good, great musicians out there. So I would say it took me a few years. It took me about 3 to 5 years to feel that feeling, you know, like this is actually paying off. So yeah, it took me a long time. My fourth question is, what is the most difficult song, or the one that has cost you the most, took the most time? It's definitely my Top Gear video. That practicing that song took a very long time. Also, the Steve Vai video, For the Love of God, that took some time, because come on, it's Steve Vai. So yeah, those two videos gave me a lot of work. And my fifth question, Dave's fifth question, is, what pickups do you use in your Gibson Les Paul? It's humbucking pickups, zebra humbuckers. Dave Nevers. How about a cover of Stevie Ray Vaughan's Riviera Paradise? That is a great idea, and I put that on my more than 200 long list. Julio Rivas. Emily, he's speaking in Spanish. Emily, me gusta mucho tus fotos en video. Sorry, my Spanish is really bad. But he's thanking me for my photos and saying he likes the colors of my guitars. Thank you so much. Muchas gracias. Richard Benton. Any plans for some live shows in London or Europe for 2019? Well, that would be a dream come true. I would love to tour in Europe. I haven't toured in Europe yet, so I'm open to that. Okay, David, Mr. Gonzalez asked me some additional questions. Could you talk about the techniques that you use when you are composing a song? Honestly, it's a lot of like in here really, like feelings, you know, mixed with technical. There has to be a nice balance. I really like to feel what I'm playing. If something's sounding, it's not working, I will scratch that idea. Another question that I would like to ask you is to know if you use effect pedals. What are you using? What would you recommend? Well, I use a Boss pedal that I really like. I actually used it in the Sleeping Dogs video. I use it for volume, and I use it for the wall sound, which I really like that. Also, so I've been working on Logic Pro X, and I actually have my guitar sound here in Bias FX. I love the German Fire amp sound. I always use reverb, and I like a crunchy metal sound. That's just my personal preference. That's what I like. And then some delay. What is your favorite pickup? Interesting question. I usually play on the Les Paul, so you know, you're switching between the neck and the bridge pickup, and then there's that in between pickup there. But I don't have a preference. Some guitarists do, I don't. So yeah, it really depends on the song. You know, when you're doing those solos, you wanna use this pickup here. Larry Dupuis. What pickups do you use on your Les Paul? Okay, zebra humbucking pickups. Terry Payne. Your number one all-time favorite to play? Well, anything David Gilmour. Anything Pink Floyd. Also, I love a good metal riff. I just love it. So, yeah, that's the answer. Francisco Roldan. ¿Qué amplificador usas? What amplifier do you use? I love my Marshall AVT 150H, my Marshall half stack. Also, I'm really into this simulated amp sound on Logic Pro, so it's got a really good sound. Like, I'll show you. I don't want to, yeah. If I start playing, I'm gonna not stop. I was classically trained in college, and I try to find that fine, delicate balance between what's technical with the feeling, like I already said. So my style is, it's changed a little bit over the years. I think it was very rock and roll. It still is, but I really love blues, and I love metal. So I don't know, I'm some weird in between of rock, blues, metal, and maybe a little bit of classical. Because I love the finger picking, those beautiful finger picking styles that classical guitarists do. Brian Stone, please say you're working on new projects. I'm a fan of both you and Warlison. So, okay. Well, thank you, Brian. Yes, I have lots of irons in the fire right now, which is why maybe I look like a crazy person. I'm working on a lot of new stuff. I have a lot of new projects for you guys, and so yeah, I'm very excited. I will refrain from saying more because I will post a lot of videos in the near future. George T. King Jr. When did you start playing guitar? I've been playing guitar for 13 years of electric guitar playing, but I've been playing acoustic 14 to 15 years. Julio Cesar Ventura Cardoso. Hi Emily. I follow your YouTube channels for a long time. I love your covers and versions like Stay High, and I want to know about new recordings. Yes, so there's lots of new recordings happening. I'm working on a lot of stuff though. Sometimes I'm delayed because I'm learning these new projects, and it's sometimes it's very frustrating, but yes, I'm working on several things at the same time. I have a new project that I'm not going to say too much about because I'm gathering my materials, and I'm going to post a video solely about that project. So yes, new stuff is coming. Can't wait. Gianfranco, Emily, when will your music be ready? One of my Italian fans. I won't butcher your last name. I will say Gianfranco C. My CD, I'm working on it. It's not ready yet. I don't know when it will be ready. Hopefully sometime in the near future, but yes, I'm working on a lot of new ideas, and I'm recording them, and it's a lot of fun, and it's a very riveting experience. So that's that. Andy Nixon, what do you do in your free time? Great question. So besides guitar, I love to just listen to music. Like, you turn on music and you listen to it, and I just love that. Also, I'm a nature girl. I love to go outside and just be around nature, because there was a long time I was studying. You really realize how much you take for granted the beauty of the outdoors. So I love to hike. I actually love running, and I love eating. So I'm a good eater, and I'm a good runner, I guess. Not good, but I enjoy them. Okay, someone here has a name with some type of, I think it's Chinese character, so I'm sorry, I don't know what it reads, but you said, who do you learn guitar from? Who did I learn guitar from? Well, I was self-taught in the very beginning, back to way yonder, but I was self-taught. And then one of my professors in my hometown, we studied together in the Mel Bay books, which were great and really helped build some foundational skills. And then that was all acoustic. We didn't practice any electric. In fact, I only had one electric guitar player in my whole experience. And when I went to college, I studied classical guitar. And then my electric guitar teacher was Warlison Almeida, a Brazilian and international guitarist. So I never underestimate and undervalue the power of learning from other people. Learning from other teachers, professors is great, and I highly recommend it. Roberly Ferreiro dos Santos. Gostaria de saber em qual cidade ou país seria show inesquecível. Well, thank you. He wants to know where I'm going to do an unforgettable show. Well, I don't know yet. I really want to travel and spread my music, but we'll have to wait and see on that one. A.D. Watson. Hi Emily, what's your opinion on Randy Rhoads, please? Well, Randy Rhoads right back there right now. Can you see him? There he is. I love Randy Rhoads. I'm a huge fan. I was obsessed with Crazy Train for years. Like, I'm obsessed. It was my favorite song. It might still be one of my, well, yeah, it's still one of my favorite songs. But yes, amazing guitarist, just phenomenal. Chris Taylor. Hello Emily, would you and your sisters ever go on the road doing live gigs? You're all extremely talented musicians. Well, we actually did go on the road a few years ago, but we stopped. We are doing different things now, but like I said, a collaboration in the future might be possible. Pablo Dennis. Muito bonita. Muchas gracias. When will you do a cover of Sultans of Swing? Well, I actually have tried tinkering around on Sultans of Swing, and then I listened back and I was like, why doesn't this sound like mastered Mark Knopfler? So yeah, I really love how Mark Knopfler plays with his fingers. He doesn't use any pick, and yeah, that's something I definitely want to record a cover of Sultans of Swing. So that's also on my very long list. David Gonzalez, he has another question. What is your favorite song, and what is your favorite videos of the ones you have made? It's actually a really interesting question, and my answer is I don't have a favorite song. It really varies on every week. I put a different CD in my car. Like, this week I'm listening to Pink Floyd, The Wall, and next week, I don't know, Dire Straits. So it just depends. It just depends on how I'm feeling. For example, like last week I was listening to Van Halen, one of the greatest hit CDs. So it just depends, you know. Who wants to, oh, okay, so, but I need to read the question again. What is your favorite video of the ones you've made? Who Wants to Live Forever, that video, and Comfortably Numb. Those are my two favorites. Oh, and the Sleeping Dogs video. I'm very proud of that video. Okay. Let's see. Juan Cubero. Maybe a little bit more about your Gibson. So he wants to know about my Gibson. I'm actually going to make a separate video talking about my Gibson, but you all know that my Gibson Les Paul has a very special place in my heart. Michael Bomer. Maybe how often you practice, and are there any particular exercises you recommend? This is a great question, and I want to make a video just dedicated to this question because I would love to, I really want to show you all some of my foundational exercises. I actually have one that I got from a Guitar World book where Zach Wilde was talking about how he practices, and he really stressed the importance of the metronome. And after that I started practicing with the metronome. So I do have some some exercises I do, also chromatic scales up and down the neck, which I learned from Master Almeida. So I want to make a video just dedicated to this question, and thank you, Michael, for this question. Joe Schmidt. Sorry, I feel like I ruined your name. More Warren Rose. So I have another channel called Warren Rose if you don't know already, and yes, he wants me to add some more videos there, and I will. Okay. Mark Lambert. I would like to hear the process that you use to learn a new piece of music through to the finished product that we see on YouTube. That's actually a really great question, and I really wish I had done that with my Country Roads video, because I feel like it would have been really interesting to see the process from beginning to end, because at first I was practicing between the Fender and the Gibson, and I actually recorded the song, and then I'm like, I don't really like the way this sounds. So it ultimately ended up being on the Fender, and I just love the way it sounds. So in the future, Mark, thank you for your question, and yes, I want to make some behind the scenes videos, so give me a thumbs up if you like that idea, or write something in the comments. Lyricuma R, I'm sorry, your last name I don't know how to say. Hi Emily, listening and playing your videos makes me so happy. Watching your guitar playing, your style. Well, thank you. It's not a question, but thank you so much. Okay, now on to some more questions. These are some that I got from Instagram. You guys really you guys are rock and roll. You guys blew me away. You asked so many questions. Well, one of the questions was, what are your favorite shoes? These are my favorite shoes. My combat boots. I love them. I wear them on like every video. Chris Lamport, 12. What's your favorite to play? The Les Paul or the Wild Audio Bullseye? They are both awesome guitars. I can't really choose between them right now. Rec X, why are you so sweet? I don't know. Maybe I got it from my mama. That's what they say. You get those things from your mom. JFiggy92, what are good things for a beginner to get to know on the fretboard? It's good to know a little bit about, your musical instrument and the musical alphabet. It consists of 7 natural notes, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And all of these adjacent notes are spaced a whole step apart, with 2 exceptions, B to C and E to F. Those are half steps. So it's important to know that piece of beginner knowledge, but as you get to playing, you won't really think about it anymore. So that's my recommendation. Blizzard and Lulu, how many guitars do you own? Let's see, how many? I have 5. 5 of my own. Bandmaster 67. What pedals do you use? I already talked about that. AM Halaby. What's the best audio interface for home recording? We're using Apollo 8 Thunderbolt audio interface from Universal Audio. I highly recommend it. It's great. The quality, I've noticed a huge improvement in the quality of our sound. Meaning Larson and I on our last Country Roads video. Georgiane, what amplifier do you use on Take Me Home Country Roads? I use a simulated amp that I use through Logic Pro Tools X. I was striving for a very clean sound, and I really like how it came out. I used a very clean sound with a reverb, and that was it. I wanted the sound to be very pure. If you guys want a video on me showing the sound in Logic Pro, let me know, okay? Super Schnauzer Bros, do you like peanut butter? Yes. In fact, I have this special thing that I eat every morning with peanut butter in it. So I eat peanut butter every morning. It's one of my favorite foods. Lai Martin, I'm confused about learning scales. Any tips? Yes, my tips are to start with the pentatonic scales. Play them at different speeds, play them with the metronome, play them up and down, and eventually it will become second nature to you, and you can use the pentatonic scales in basically anything, as long you find the key of the song and you play the scale over it. Axel Leod, what's your favorite guitar solo? Oh my goodness. That is such a hard question. Okay, well, I get excited about this question, but I don't know if I have a favorite, but I will tell you some of the solos that, off the top of my head, that I really like. I love David Gilmour's solo on High Hopes with the slide guitar. I also love Zakk Wylde's guitar solos. Mama, I'm Coming Home. I love his guitar solo on No More Tears. Also, I love Gilmour's solo on Comfortably Numb. And Mark Knopfler, his solos and Brothers in Arms. I'm trying to think of the other song. If I think of it, I'll tell you guys later. But those are some of my favorites. Oh, and Slash, November Rain. Gosh, it's just so beautiful. Okay. David Gonzalez, will you come to Argentina one day? I would love to come to Argentina. I would love that. What do you have to say about the systemic pickup you have in your Jackson? It's amazing. It has such an amazing lead tone. I use it for leads. I absolutely love it. Okay guys, so the camera just stopped out of nowhere. So I'm back with, hoping that it doesn't stop again. There's been some strange things happening with this camera. Okay, so I stopped at JC the Flying Ace. He asked me, how am I? I am great, man. I'm great. Chasing Graves, my friend. What's your favorite food and alcoholic beverage? Gosh, there's so many things to choose from. Okay, anything mom makes in the kitchen is my favorite. Anything, absolutely anything. So your mom, my mom, his mom, anybody's mom, they always make the best food. Mom's home cooking. Otherwise, I lived in Brazil for a while, comida de Minas. I really like it. So Brazilian food from Minas Gerais is great. And let's see, I love pizza. And favorite alcoholic beverage. Okay. I love a nice Merlot red wine. And okay, I'm a beer girl too. I love Blue Moons, and yeah. Those are some of my favorites. Fruity Tooty. If you could be a fruit, which one would you be and why? That's a perfect name for this question, Fruity Tooty. Okay. Let's see. You guys have caught me on the spot. Maybe a kiwi. A little sour at times, but ultimately goes down good. Guitar George. What got you into music? That's a great question. My mom was a musician, and she always had guitars kind of lying around the house. And then one day I just picked up one of her guitars and I started playing it, and I never stopped. So that's how I got into it. And it's just, I wanted to. Nobody forced me, nobody, it wasn't like that. It just happened naturally. Cynthia Gabehart, what was the weirdest question you've been asked in an interview? My sisters and I, in an interview once, were asked if we had outside toilets. Go figure. Weird. Brian Guitar Gig, do you read music? Yes, I do, but not as well as I would like to. Favorite cover that Warlison and I have done? Favorite cover. Well, I can speak for me what my favorite cover was, but let me think for a moment, because there's been quite a few. The cover that we both did together, Who Wants to Live Forever? I loved that. That was really fun. Favorite thing to do on a Friday night? This question is by Larissa Harris. So I love to just chill and drink some red wine, if I can, if I'm not busy. The last question was, can I get to know your cat? Yes, you can. Say hi to Jackie. Jackie! Yeah, that's it. Well, these are the end of my questions. I think, let me see. Yeah. Those are the end of my questions. Thank you guys so much for all these questions, for your love and support, for following me on my social media, my Instagram, my Facebook. I have a lot more things in store for you guys, and I really, really appreciate you being here, and thanks for being awesome. Rock and roll always. Kisses.